How's it going, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another live stream. For those that are joining us for the first time, my name is Ricky. I have a group. It's TechBot Solutions. We have over 38,000 members worldwide, and the thing that we do best is we provide a free platform for both new and experienced traders. It's a great way to be able to express yourself and stay motivated. So if you are not a part of the group already, feel free to click on the link down below. And the reason we're growing so quickly is because we provide a very supportive environment for both new and experienced traders, and we always encourage one another to try to be the best that we can be. So we'd love to be a part of your success. Again, it's under the Facebook group if you're not a part of that already. I want to give it a couple seconds for everyone to start tuning in right now for the live stream. We do go live every day, Monday through Friday, and it's usually 30 minutes before the market opens or 15 minutes before the market opens. Right now we have 18 minutes before the market opens. And what is it that we do before the market opens? Well, we dedicate time to identify potential on stocks that would be good to potentially day trade or swing trade. Let me start off on trying to lead by example. So we have 3 rules when it comes to TechBot Solutions. We don't trade based on anyone else's opinion. We don't invest in stocks that we don't understand. And then we always have a plan when investing. That means you should know where you're buying before you know, or you should know where you're selling before you buy. And then you should know where you're buying, and then you should know where you can cut your losses. So know where to buy, sell, and then cut your losses. You should have all that in mind before you actually make the decision to invest in that specific stock. Some suggestions that we might have for you, especially for those that are just starting out, is to have certain criteria that every stock has to meet before you actually buy it, meaning that, maybe it has to be below 30 RSI, or maybe, it has to have a certain amount of volume. Maybe it has to be at or near the support. So whatever it is that you come up with that you label a good quality stock, just know that everyone labels a good stock as something else. So don't let someone else be the sole decision on why you invest in something. I want to take this time and to thank each and every one of you guys for the support that you guys gave me with yesterday's video. But most importantly, I really do appreciate that support. I made a video about how I bought my dream car. Well, I just bought a car. It was a McLaren MP412C, and how I created a business out of it, and how we do it on the side. And a lot of people found it very attractive and now want me to make a video aside from just day trading and real estate, and want me to make a detailed kind of video from A to Z on how is it that I buy and sell these cars. So I think if I do it in a very small scale, some of you might find it somewhat attractive and can learn a lot from it. And that's the whole point of these videos. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. I want to give a shout out to Brad. Not too sure if you guys saw, but Dimitri did an amazing job shouting him out. What the heck? All right, so you guys are on my YouTube page. If you guys aren't subscribed, we'd greatly appreciate it. This is yesterday's video. Feel free to check it out. But most importantly, this is my team. This is Connor. He's a momentum trader, so if you don't like my technical style of trading, feel free to follow him. This is Brad. He's our OTC stock trader. He leads our OTC stock group right here. So if you would like to check him out, not only has he had one student that brought in $28,000 profit on his first trade ever, but he just had one yesterday that made $17,000 on a single trade. I will be making a video on this, and that's going to be my video later today elaborating on that. But I can promise you, and if you guys can do me the biggest favor, for both Connor and Brad, the 2 group leaders from Momentum, Connor for Momentum Trading and Brad for OTC Stock Trading, if you guys see them and you guys see all the hard work that they're doing, just like myself, right? But they do just so much more. Please just give them a thank you for everything it is that they do, because again, we do this all for free. We don't charge you guys anything, and we really go out of our way and dedicate our valuable time to see other people grow. And it's amazing seeing the return when it comes down to our members or just our team end up doing so well. But we want to make sure that we provide a supportive environment, and sometimes we need some assistance. So I want to give a shout out to Dimitri. I want to give a shout out to Kettle Cooked. I want to give a shout out to all the members that go out of the way and start answering people's questions. We really do recognize it. And for those that are asking, how is it that you guys can move up within TechBot Solutions and potentially be a mod? That's one of the best ways to do it. When other people or where other admins start letting me know, hey, so-and-so is actually doing a really good job. Maybe we should take into consideration, potentially adding him to the team. The reason that, we're growing so quickly, we're going to need more people to be assisting us. And again, we're doing this all for free. So it has to come down to, at the moment, I can help you guys start your YouTube channel and stuff like that. But I want you guys to focus that, if you guys really just enjoy helping people, then that's the approach that I would like to take. So let's go ahead and get started. You guys might be asking, Ricky, what the heck? Why is it that your videos is saying that specific number? How to make 1,250 or how to make $1,252.50. Well, I don't think you should be asking me that question because it's actually one of our traders that locked in those profits yesterday. And what I mean by that is it's going to be the thumbnail once this video posts. But his name is Lyndon Villasenor. He's a member within our group, and then he ended up trading XTNT. He did his DD. He stuck to his plan regardless of the down days and shorting himself. So it's going to be the whole thumbnail. It finally paid off, right? So he paid attention to technical analysis, to SEC files, and to the institutional buyers. And then that's what led to his success when it came down to him being successful in these specific trades. I'm reaching out to him. So Lyndon, I'm going to direct message you. I did a video with Levi that saw, a really nice return in one of his swing trades with CYTR. And I'd love to make a video so you can talk about your best practice and share with thousands of members that we have within TechBot Solutions, and then my YouTube following as well. I'd love to bring you on top on the team and just recognize you for all your hard work because this was not all in one day, but it was in the past week. So it comes down to him now having over $4,000 in his account. So he saw over 44.72% growth within 1 week. So I don't want to bore you guys. I just wanted to recognize him, and I wanted to recognize all the people that have been doing extremely well, not only by, locking in profits, but, understanding the importance of cutting losses as well. So let's get right to it. We have 12 minutes now remaining for the market open. My whiteboard, at least my section, is ready to get written on. So let's go ahead and start identifying some potential, and let's go from there. Let's do this thing. Thinkorswim. For those that are going to be asking me, hey, Ricky, what platform are you using? This is TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. You'd be surprised. So many people ask the same question. Alrighty, so let's go to AMD. AMD is definitely not a penny stock. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. It's actually a company that is partnered with Apple, if you were not too familiar about that. So we thought we identified the bounce yesterday, right? The bounce at 1270 or overall 1260. That's where it held above throughout the entire day, except when it went below. But it looks like it broke the support at 1280, which it was doing a very good job, during the closing hours and aftermarket hours. But it looks like it's on a downward trend. Is that a surprise? No. Guys, this is AMD. This is the one that, almost every single day during market open, it has a pullback. So again, it had a pullback yesterday, and a pullback the day before. It had, not that day, but it had a pullback, the day prior to that. So understand that it's a very common trend when it comes to AMD, that right when the market opens, it usually has a pullback. Just wait for the pullback, identify support, and if you see the potential, then set up a plan on how you can buy and sell. I think there's going to be a really quick 2 to 3% profit margin, but it comes down to, trading it properly. So again, waiting for the pullback, waiting for the bounce, and then setting a support, buying, and then making sure you know where you're going to be selling, stuff like that. So JNUG is still on its trend back up, guys. We've been calling this one out. This is one of the top. This is a gold-based ETF. I've been calling this one out for the past, week. This is week 2 for this month, and this is one of my top stocks for this week. The reason why was because it was at its support at $16. We had a double bottom at 16, and then has started seeing, an upward trend ever since. And that's the great thing about it. Understand that it's, not going to just trend up and then, continue trending up. Understand that it does have a lot of pullbacks, and it does, move up and down. So don't try to just buy at the highest price or don't jump into the hype. Again, understand what you're investing in, wait for the pullbacks, identify support, and try to get in at a good buy. But yeah, JNUG definitely still shows a lot of potential for growth as its resistance is at around $19 to $20. If you guys don't remember, that was its previous resistance just a couple days ago. So it looks like it's approaching that same resistance as well. Just know that it did have a previous support at around $18. So therefore, that could be the new resistance, and we might see a little bit of a pullback. Look at this, guys. Snapchat actually saw growth yesterday, believe it or not, and not just like little growth. Like this thing made moves yesterday, 6% growth plus, and it's back at near the resistance at $14. Understand that that's been a critical point that it hasn't been able to break for the past almost 2 to 3 weeks. And guess what it has today as its earning call. So that's going to be interesting. So be on the lookout for Snapchat. Nope, earning call ended up doing a lot worse than expected. XTNT, huge pullback. And it looks like it now went below $1. And it looks like it's trying to hold above 80 cents. But again, I don't trade stocks till less than $1, so I'm going to move on. JDST, inverse ETF of JNUG, is now on a downward trend, and then it has a support at around 60, like we called it out last month, and we ended up doing extremely well. So again, I actually wanted to talk about something. Okay, never mind. I'll talk about it at the end. I'm sorry, guys. But it was a really good point one of our traders made. So, all right, SKLN, no. Rad, 23.35. It's been doing very well, holding above the 230 support. Understand that it's been having a pretty solid resistance at 240. So it does have a nice little profit margin, but again, it comes down to making sure that it's at support, that it starts to rise. And when it starts to rise, then manage your risk. And if you see the potential from support to resistance, it has at least like a 4% potential. DNR. We called out the support on DNR at 130, and ever since then, it's been doing very well. It's more at the resistance point right now, as you guys can see right now. It's at 150, and it looks like it's trending back down. So I would give it some time and give it some cushion. I'm going to set my alert once it starts breaking these supports. And then the overall support, usually where it bounces at, even if we do like a 20-day analysis, that's usually the support at 130, and that's usually the resistance at 150. Again, guys, nothing special. You perform a technical analysis, you identify the margin for profit, and you see if the risk is worth it. It's as simple as that, and then setting up a plan on where you're buying, where you're selling, and where you're going to cut your losses. If it breaks the support, then my style is to cut losses. If it's approaching resistance and you bought in your support, then start locking in profits, because you know that's usually where it's going to get peaked out at. Whoa, a little too far back. 5 minute. Okay, let's get it. Broke $3 today. I'm not really feeling BIOS. It looks a little bit more on the oversold side based on my RSI indicator. Meat is just dropping like a stone. BLUG, drip. Drip looks like it's approaching the support again. It had a previous support, not once, not twice, but it held above the third time, and it's coming back down to 23. I'm going to set my alert. If it goes below 23, right, that's a good indicator. And then I want to know once it starts going above 23.50. We've called out drip before. A lot of our traders do well with it, but again, it comes down to them seeing potential in it. Resistance would be at 24.50. So again, guys, let's go down to the basics. We identify the support, we identify the resistance. So there's this crap, man. Go post it. There's this margin of profit of 6.56%, and it usually does this all within 1 day. So again, bounce, resistance, bounce, resistance. What is going to happen? Not 100% that it's going to bounce, but if it does bounce and then it starts to trend back up, just know that it has a resistance at 24.50. So therefore, once it starts approaching that, start following with the stop loss, or at least that's something that I would do. All right, I'm going to start performing technical analysis on stocks that you guys want me to do, because I know I'm most likely boring you guys. But let's go ahead and do that. So let's see what you guys want me to do. Give me some good quality stocks. Don't just be commenting the same. I don't want to say no. Just comment what you want me to perform a technical analysis on. So let's see what you guys have to say. And I'll say good morning to all of you guys, because you guys, yeah, I mean, it's early, especially those that are here like in Arizona and stuff like that. Oh, bro, Top Gamer, you spelled my name wrong. I'm sorry, but I can't perform a technical analysis on your stock. DPW, that's one that a lot of people are calling out. M is quality. All right, I'll perform that technical analysis. Let's do this. All right, well, let me go ahead and find that stock again that they were suggesting. Where is it? DPW. DPW. Okay, well, I see why you guys are calling it out. Guys, okay, so it's been on an upward trend. but it's been trending less than $1, and then it just broke all of a sudden. It had a huge catalyst. Not too sure what's going on. It might be some news release. Understand that. Okay. Okay. So it looks like it had some good news. It acted as a catalyst. A lot of more people. I mean, I've never even heard of this specific, stock. I'm guessing that's why you guys are all calling it out, because it might be something that's trending right now. Understand that a lot of this has to do with overhype or, just potential manipulation. Therefore, just know that it's not going to hold up here. Okay, so make sure that one of the first things you have to check is to see if you have day trades available. You'd be surprised how many members make the mistake of trading or trying to day trade and then not seeing that they don't have any actual day trades available. So that's one of the first things. I don't like that it has very low volume. It looks like it's trying to hold above 80 cents right now, but I think it's way overpriced, that it's going to experience a pullback and then potentially start trending back up. So I think it does have potential throughout the day, but I think during the morning, a lot of people are going to start wanting to lock in profits, and therefore the demand might not be there. I might be wrong. It might, hold above 80 cents, and it might start to trend back up. And if it starts to trend back up, then it's up to you if you guys see value in that specific stock. All right, let's do M. Okay, so it's earning call, flatline. I see what you see, Macy's. Okay, so it usually holds above 23, and then it has a resistance around 23.50. It did peak out pretty high. Well, let's say resistance overall at 24, because it's done that within maybe not yesterday, but the day before, and then 3 days prior to that. So therefore, right now, we're trending back up. It looks like it was holding above 22, and now it's breaking 22.50. Therefore, the margin for potential profit from 22.50 to 24 is about 6%. So again, that's pretty solid. What's your potential for loss? About 2%. That's a 1 in 3 ratio, or 3 in 1 ratio. It's up to you if that's a risk that's worth taking. Obviously, this is not a penny stock, I think still billion-dollar company, but it's Macy's. It's that clothing retail store. So I definitely do like it. I'm going to add it to my watch list, because I do think that it has potential, especially because of its earning calls. I think a lot of more people are being exposed to the potential of this specific stock, and it all comes down to demand, right? That's what really moves a stock. It looks like it's really trying to hold above 22.50. If you guys can see, it's trying to bounce back up. It doesn't mean that it's going to. Guys, market's open. Let's do it. ZYNE. What are you guys calling this one out? Oh, I see. Okay, this is a gapper. Has a support here. It's approaching the resistance. So this is either a make it or break it. If it breaks above $8, ooh. AMD. AMD had a quick little pullback already. And nope, it looks like it might still be dropping. There we go. I'm still holding. I want to see that stock again. Okay, so it has a resistance at $8, and if it ends up breaking above $8 on a 5-day analysis, it had a huge drop. Therefore, if it breaks above $8, it has this huge margin for potential profit. It doesn't mean that it's going to gap up there 100%. Let's see its overall trend. Ooh, SQ is dropping. But I mean, Zion doesn't show anything crazy. I don't know. Pharmaceutical companies, I don't usually do very well with those. But just know, pretty much my goodness. My whole feedback with this is that it does have this huge margin for profit. So this can be like a momentum stock. So this could be, if it breaks that certain resistance, maybe even at 850, it could be a huge breakup, which is very profitable. But understand that it's also within this margin right here of $6 to $8, it's at its peak right now. Therefore, if it does not break and it starts to see a downward trend, then therefore, you're most likely going to ride it all the way back down. So just understand the risk that if it doesn't break, you should most likely cut losses. But again, invest in what you see value in, and let's go from there. Yeah, I like this one. Macy's, it's stable, it's holding, and it's starting to trend back up. That's something that I want to see. So obviously, this isn't going to be something that's going to move super crazy, as it's, there we go, AMD. All right, so I'm still trading AMD, and let's see. Yesterday I had a resistance at really 1285 throughout the entire day. And why is my level 2 not on? Sorry, team. Let's go down the list. JNUG, oh my goodness, that beast. That thing keeps rising. Snapchat. What? It's on the rise? Ooh, Rad is back at support, guys. Again. Okay. Last thing that I'm gonna say. I'll end the live stream here because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, because I'm giving you guys too many options for stocks, and that's one of the worst things I think I can do. So I apologize for that. I'm just performing technical analysis in the stocks that I see value in, and then ones that you guys see value in. So out of all the stocks that we talked about, or out of all the stocks that are within your watch list, whatever it is that you see value in, focus on no more than 3 stocks. Identify the potential on all 3 of them. Identify margins for potential, the buy points, the sell points, and where you're going to cut your losses. Set up a plan for each one. Manage your risk, and whichever shows the most potential for profit and it makes sense to you, then set up a plan, and if it's worth taking, then it comes down to you as the investor to justify that. Don't overwhelm yourself with options. There's always going to be people that are going to be making more money than you when it comes to trading, and there's always going to be people that are going to be losing more money than you when it comes to trading. Therefore, don't overwhelm yourself with so many options and choices. Focus on stocks that you see value in, and don't care about what everyone else is doing. Focus on what you're doing. That's how I want to end it, because I feel too many people are worried about, what it is that I'm doing, and then the person that made $17,000 yesterday, they want to trade the stock that he's trading. Your time will come. Don't force it. Don't trade in what you don't understand, and keep it simple. Set up a plan, manage your risk, and then go for it. I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I was supposed to say something. There's a guy that was seeing consistent growth. I think he saw 30 to 40% overall in his account. He shared his post within the Facebook group, and he says majority of his success has to do with, again, keeping it simple and focusing on JDST and JNUG, gold-based ETFs. I think he said AMD. Those are the stocks we always talk about. He doesn't care about what everyone else is talking about, because he sees the most success in those specific stocks. And it's as simple as that. He knows what's working for him, and he sticks to that. You don't need to do anything fancy, to be extremely rich. There's people that sell milk. There's people that sell, I don't know what. Ooh, AMD. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. AMD is back at resistance. I think I'm gonna sell my position right now, and I'm using the Fidelity app. I'll go ahead and, why the heck? Yeah, that was the resistance. It's already seen a pullback. At least I'll put in a stop loss to lock in profits, and if it fills, it fills. Save is dropping. My goodness. That one's not doing so well. All right. Wow, my app is taking a really long time too. All right, time to sell my 300 shares. We're going to put it at limit, right? Because that's what we do. And let's sell it at 91. Ooh, got filled at 92. There we go. Can you guys still see me? I think I sold, honestly, at the peak. So I had my limit order to sell at with the 300 shares at 12.91, but it says I got filled at 92. So the reason it did that is because right when I had my limit order, it was actually breaking above, and it looks like I played it out pretty good. and I'll just show my screen. I'm sorry, I know I was gonna say I ended the live stream. But again, there's the pullback, and this wasn't something that I bought today. It was something that I was string trading, but I bought again at the support yesterday, and I saw the resistance during pre-market hours that it was at 1290. So anything above 1290 was gravy to me, right? Everything I understood that was a resistance. It was struggling to break above that. Therefore, there was this margin for profit. And it was as simple as that. I know a lot of you guys might be saying, well, Ricky, you just made like 2% profit. Why are you so pumped? Understand, guys, consistency is key and profit is profit. And that's one of the biggest things that I can encourage anyone. I know everyone's like, get rich quick scheme, and, not even that, but, some people honestly make an enormous amount of money when it comes to trading, and 100%, that works for them. Just know that style of trading doesn't work for everyone else, and you have to do what works best for you. And it's as simple as that. Keep it simple. If it means locking in profits every single day of 2 to 3%, that's huge with the power of compounding interest. That can convert your account from $1,000 to $20,000 simply by locking in profits three times a week with an average of 2.34%. So do the math. See if the numbers make sense, and if it does, then go for it. If it doesn't, then don't overwhelm yourself. I want to thank you guys again for watching, for everything it is that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, and let your passion be what drives you. If you guys want to jump on a conference call or a one-to-one video call with me, they are now available. It's going to be under video call, like consultations or something like that. The link, feel free to schedule one with me. I have 2 scheduled, and I have a 1-hour gap that I have available for today. And I do want to let you guys know that I am flying out to Florida tomorrow. So I'm going to be extremely busy during the weekend. I don't know if I'm actually going to be available. My girlfriend's telling me that I can't. You guys know how that feels, right? But, with all due respect, I haven't seen her in a really long time, and I'm going to be spending time with her family and stuff like that. So I want to thank you guys for everything that you guys do. I'm going to have videos scheduled for every single day, and I'm still going to call that out. I still want to be able to answer all your guys' messages, but if I'm not available, reach out to any of the admins or just simply do your own DD. What I mean by that is, Google search, YouTube. You guys can search, like on YouTube on the search bar, any question on how to set a stop loss, and then my name after it, and I've made a video on that. How to identify potential. I've made a video on that. How to identify support and resistance. Even the entire basics. I have like over 410 videos. So I've probably made a video on the question that you have. So please just do your own research. And then once you do, if you still can't find it, then feel free to reach out to us, as we'd be more than happy to assist you. Thank you again for everything it is that you guys do. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm really pumped for this week. Just because we're ending it on a green note, and that's the whole thing. Don't force trades, only invest in what you understand, and keep it simple, guys. Thank you. Continue working hard, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, guys.